Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Z2X. I'm joined again by my co-host.
I'm the mom, the X gen to
The,
his Z gen.
yeah. And today we're going to be giving an update about a pretty recent video we put out on the singer David Anthony Burke, aka D4VD.
Yep,
He was
it's getting real.
a, about a week ago, or probably more than a week ago, but really it was when we published the video.
Yeah,
We
we
discussed
did it last week.
how a body was found in a decomposing body of a woman was found in his Tesla after it was impounded.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what that ended up leading into is we kind of discussed, like, did he do it, did he not? Well, a lot more information has come out after this woman has been ID'd, and it's
She's not a
pretty
woman. She's a
a
young girl.
girl. It's more
Yeah,
accurate, a
let's
girl.
clarify that. She is a 15-year-old girl, but most likely died before she even turned
So
15.
it's more accurate to say a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, because the timelines. We'll go through the
Yeah,
timelines.
we'll go through it. But basically, this girl was identified as Celeste Rivera.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And people have been doing a lot of
Deep diving.
investigating to this person, because when you have a name attached
It's
to it,
Riva Hernandez.
Rivas.
That's her name.
Celeste Rivas.
Rivas Hernandez. Her last name is Hernandez.
Oh yeah, Hernandez. But all the articles say just Rivas. But
I know, but it
but
says right here the family of hers.
her cause of death has been deferred. However, people have sort of kind of been looking around, and David D4VD, it's not looking really good for him. First of all,
No, and tell them what the commonality between the two of them.
first of all, there's so many though is the thing. One,
I know, but the major one.
There's a big thing of the shush tattoo. So
Yeah,
she had it on her
uh-huh.
finger. It was very distinct. SHHH, right? Like shh, like be
Yeah,
quiet.
and the design,
And,
the cursive.
yeah, the specific cursive is the exact same tattoo that D4VD has. It is the exact same one that matches. It, like, literally done by the same tattoo artist. Exact.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
That and that's what TMZ said.
Yeah, I was just seeing that. I just saw that because I was like, I wonder where it is. And TMZ, we'll credit them. They did a big deep dive into it about it, and they're the ones who showed up the pictures that you were telling me about.
Yeah, and
TMZ were talking
yeah, and
about
a big
those.
thing is that this girl, and right on there, yeah, we can kind of order like a little bit how they did.
Yeah.
There was a missing person thing put out for her. She was last seen the 5th of April last year,
2024.
like 2024. Her date of
Yeah.
birth was 09/07/2010, and she
No, her date of birth was 2010.
yeah, yeah, 09/07/2010. So being
Yeah.
September 7th, 2010.
Yeah. So she was only
14 when she actually died.
14.
When she died,
Yeah.
she was 14, but
Most likely, yeah.
but because there's a slight error in the autopsy that said she died the same
Well,
day, but it was most
They
likely
found her. Yeah, they put her down that she was dead on the September 8th because that's when they actually found the body. But they also
evidence
said that
is pointing to it being much
but
earlier.
the car was in the what
It
is
was
it?
impounded
Where
for
they
days.
impounded for 2 days, but it was left on the side of the road for 5 days is when it was first noticed. So that means 7 days prior to the 8th.
At
So
least.
either she was killed on the 1st of September because they said her body was already decomposing, or a couple days before that. But at the very latest, it would be the 1st of
The
September. 'Cause
earliest-
the car was abandoned on the 2nd of September.
The earliest I could see it being done was like 1 week before. I don't think she was dead, but like the earliest possible that she was dead, I feel like is probably like
Yeah, because they could still. Sorry, honey, go ahead.
Like earliest is 1 week before the 1st, 25th. I don't think so
Yeah.
though. I think
Yeah,
it
I
was
don't think
more
so
like
either.
within 3 days of the 1st, like
Yeah.
or 28th.
Because of the
Decomposition.
decomposing of her body, and they could still read the tattoo, but she was dismembered. So that also is why it's taken a while to figure out how she died.
She was rotting and dismembered. Yeah.
Yeah.
A big thing too is that so she was missing here and all this stuff, and then you kind of start looking at a bunch of stuff here, and you're like, and a lot of things because people start digging have been leaked. A lot of photos with him and her have been leaked, and the family that like this girl belonged to, she basically they were like they reported it like when she went missing, and the parents
Yeah,
were like, oh
'cause
my
she
god.
ran away a couple times before.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, we don't know, but she has a boyfriend named David. They didn't know who he was specifically, but they had a boyfriend named David. D4VD's real name is David Anthony Burke. I said
Yeah.
that at the beginning. And also,
Yep, you were right because you had suspicions. You're like, this is looking really weird. But my thing is, why would he be? Is he that dumb
Yes.
to leave a body in your own car?
honestly,
I don't know.
I can see it. I can see someone being that dumb. Maybe their plan was the car to just get like destroyed or something. I don't know what their plan was, but it wasn't smart.
Yeah, we don't know, but clearly she is associated with the singer.
And
she really is. And whoever, maybe there's somebody on his team. I'm just going to be the devil's advocate. Somebody on his team, because apparently the car is driven by numerous people. But I will say this, I did find out that the police were at his LA home, and they did a forensics at the home, and they had a lot of stuff that they took out in evidence bags. So, and that was last night that happened.
Yeah, and
on Wednesday night. This is Thursday.
Yeah,
so it was Wednesday night.
And that's the thing though, you gotta kind of realize here too, is that like best case scenario, someone else like was driving the vehicle and actually did all this stuff, but like he's still
Best case, either way she's dead.
Yeah, I was
There's
gonna say
no best
either
case.
way she's dead. I mean, for him, either way she's dead, and also there's strong evidence pointing that he was like 18, 19, 20, dating like a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
Like
and
that
didn't you
isn't
say
crazy.
Didn't you say somebody was saying that they had been messaging since she was 11? Her parents or something said that she'd been messaging this dude since she was
various
11?
people in the communities that she was in, and also like where it's like they can prove like because people can find their accounts, find these people, and it's like it's been proven that she was at least in D4VD's
Are you there?
Yeah, I've been speaking. I think Discord or the OBS said it was fine, so I think it was just Discord.
Oh, okay.
Is that she has been around D4VD's inner sphere since she was at least like 11, 12.
She looks so much older when she's dressed up. Now, her images that you guys see on the news is she looks very young and a cute little innocent girl. But when she's around these people, she dressed up.
She has all
and
these
had a
makeup
lot of makeup on. And she had her hair a little straighter. She did not look like she was 13, 14, or 15. She looked like, I would have guessed 19, 20.
Yeah, and also there's some key things too you gotta look at also is that to another detail is that her brother was like trying to get in contact with the police and like because he was like I think it was something along the lines of he saw D4, he met him once and then recognized him and kept on trying to say, I think this dude is like, has her, and the police just kept on ignoring him. Like like he made numerous reports about it, but none of them ever went through, like actually doing anything.
And if that is true and this happened, her family can sue the
Big
LAPD.
Time. Yeah, but there's so many like Discord things of them, Snapchat of them like together hanging out, despite him being like so much older. And additionally, like you got to look at, you pointed it out last time. He has you're like, why Hello Kitty? You pointed out why Hello Kitty, like for all of his profile stuff. Well,
yeah, because that's what I thought that was really weird.
That was weird.
He's a man. He's a man. I'm sorry, but I mean there is people that are into that kind of stuff, but
like cutesy, whatever, Lolita.
Yeah, but usually it's not a 20-year-old dude.
And not in the style that he did it either. But what ended up being shown though is that apparently Celeste loved Hello Kitty. She loved Hello Kitty. And that is I think that is really creepy.
Show me the picture again of his, because hers was on her index finger, but his I thought was on his ring finger.
Let me see.
The tattoo.
Well, there's no picture of.
Yeah, he was singing, and you showed me the tattoo.
Well,
I looked on her autopsy report. It said hers was on her index finger, on her left index finger. So I wanted to see what, or his,
like
maybe
pointer
it was her,
finger.
anyway, yeah, that's your index finger.
Yeah, it's on his pointer finger too. I'm looking right now. It's on his pointer finger.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it's not their ring finger, but they're telling each other to shh. Oh, maybe
yeah. Well, because
it's
look,
like
if you put it
secret.
But because
It's
he can't put her name on the ring. Like, you got to think, you can't put her name on his finger because of all this stuff. Because
she's a little girl
and she's not supposed to be with him, right? Yeah. So it feels so slimy now that you look at it like that.
Yeah,
and
it
also,
really is weird.
I can't play it right now, but there was a few songs leaked from him too, and you can tell it's him because of the style, his voice, everything. That were in like old Discord servers, like that he like posted in his communities and stuff. A leaked song he made called Celeste, singing about her. I listened to it. It was exactly his style. I can't play it here, but and then the lyrics like literally calls her out. And then another song it was more of a rough draft, but it was one about.
Was it like they were intimate in the song?
Yeah,
like a lover.
Yeah, so this is what it's like to not need weed to get me high. I love it when you hold me when you cry, just because, be my Valentine. I want to make you feel suicidal. These are the thoughts that cross, just because. I love you so much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest.
Did the girl have a tattoo of his name on her chest though?
I think it's meaning like her heart, right? Like in her heart.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But
that was a little my autism coming through. Like absolute. Like what?
Yeah, but like you gotta look at this stuff, and then you see that's so creepy. I think and also he made another song that was never released. It was called I think Hello Kitty Girl, singing about like oh, this cute Hello Kitty girl. And I mean, you look at her and how much she loves the Hello Kitty stuff, and then you make that connection. That it was about her.
God.
And then you start looking a little further at some of this stuff, and Romantic Homicide, his most famous song, was released on the day, not the exact same day of her birthday, but like her birthday. It was released not the same year, but on her birthday, 09/07. Romantic Homicide. I think that is...
What year was it released, though?
All right, let me check. Romantic Homicide, D4VD. It was released 2022, which would mean, yes, he was hanging out with her by then.
She was like 11 then.
Yeah, she was literally 11, 12. Like, that's when he came into her space. And also, for the music video, people pointed out that it's a girl that looks exactly like her. It's literally a look-alike girl.
But it's not her, right?
But it's not her, but it's a lookalike of her, and I'm pretty sure in the music video she gets killed. Like, murdered.
Okay, that's just weird. Now, this is all alleged, people. We don't know if he did it. This is an alleged speculation.
Yeah, it's like alleged, but I'm on to you, motherfucker. I know you did something. I just can't prove.
I don't know. It could be a weird love triangle. Maybe he found a new girl. Maybe he asked his people to offer. Now let's go back while we're here. Let's go back and look at his dates of tour again.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention his next tour got canceled. His next tour spot wasn't.
I did see that in Seattle, but there's one tomorrow night and Saturday night in San Francisco that's not canceled. I did see that. The one in Seattle was canceled, which is surprising to me. That's because most times Seattle just don't care about stuff like that.
Yeah, but apparently they do care about this, and they're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just weird. What does his tour dates look like? Let me go look. Do you want me to look, or you want to look at it?
D4D DV 4. Yeah, San Francisco, California, 19th, 20th, 24th, and then Oslo, Norway, October 1st. I mean, if he plans...
Before that, what was the schedule in August and September?
Let me pull it up. If I pull up his Twitter, I can see. Withered. Pre-sale starts Wednesday, 4/23. North America... 29th was the Montreal one,
So he was in Canada.
and then
Huh.
the 30th one was Toronto, and then September 2nd, there was some days in between, was Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, see, remember, that's what I said last time when we were looking at that. I was like, the timeline for him doesn't,
it's tight, but
he
it's
would,
possible.
he was out of the town, but maybe he's got some employees, or she was sleeping with another one of his guys, and maybe there was a triangle going on, and this is my speculation. There was a triangle going on, and something happened.
Yeah, like
Maybe somebody's like, hey, I want him all to myself.
that's one of the things I don't know. It's so weird when you really pay attention, you realize he's singing about these like killings. I wouldn't be surprised. Like maybe it's just a part of me, but I have a feeling that he himself either he sent the kill order or something else. Like he actually is the one that did it. The timeline is tight, but it's possible.
I don't know. I feel like they would have brought him in if they really suspected.
Well,
I mean, obviously.
Currently they haven't brought him in, but they're like even some of the news publications I was reading. Here.
He did get canceled from a lot of things. I just
saw
a bunch of stuff.
And also a bunch of things like the police might be bringing him in soon. Is what.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. They have a lot of questions. He really should just cancel his tour and take care of this. I think it's really weird that someone that he clearly knew is dead.
Also,
and that he clearly knew her, and he's acting like, I mean, as far as the public, who knows what's going on behind closed doors. Yeah. That he didn't know this person, but I mean, we all know now that they most likely at least crossed paths numerous times. I mean, they had the same tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
a little coinkydink.
Yeah. Also, by the way, here are some comments, by the way, too, from some people that most likely knew her, because this is right the day the body was found, right? And they're making these comments of stuff that like was right on. Like, this person mentions, like, even at the end, it's like, she's a minor, I won't release the names, but she's from Lake Elsinore, and that was before any of that was, like, released. And this person was like, this guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD swept his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who is in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months.
So she has an older sister that was pimping her out?
Basically, it says pimping out, but I think it's more likely that they, like... I mean, it's basically... I mean, if you think about it, it's basically that, but she introduced them. Probably for some clout, I wouldn't be surprised, you know?
Because, yeah, well, that's gross, famous. Because... And clearly then he likes younger people.
Yeah, you gotta think, by the way,
that is so creepy.
When he started her relationship, or his relationship with this girl, she was like my age, which means that this would be like me dating a 12-year-old.
12, 13, and being intimate with the 13-year-old.
Yeah, a 13-year-old. But by the way, we debated it earlier. I looked legally. 13 is actually where you would still be considered a pedophile. I was looking all through a bunch of like the law stuff, and 13 would make someone literally. So like you can, if this is like alleged, it's all alleged, of course, until it's proven in the court of law. However, if this is true and he was having a relationship, like even if he didn't kill her, he's at minimum a pedophile, right? Like,
well, definitely a creeper.
But I mean, under even the laws, like in all definitions, under 13.
But we don't know if he was having sex with her under 13. For sure, she was 14.
They
were together when she was 14, and he was 19, 20.
Oh, that song I talked about, that though, the leaked one that was made like a while ago, talked about like her being undressed. By the way, I didn't read the lyric off, but it's like you'll only love me when you're undressed. Like it's lines like that where it's like it implies intimacy.
Yeah.
I also have another comment. This is again from when the car was found. This guy is a pedophile from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. Let's call her C. and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in ninth grade now, and it turns out C's friends knew, and he would pay them to keep their mouths shut. C has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. Something strange is definitely going on.
And that's the name of that girl, right?
Yes, it's Celeste C. Yeah, it's Celeste C. And this was like the moment the body was found. Like, it is when, like, before she was identified or any of her like actual deets, and these people were like, oh my god. You know, because you got to think the internet's big. There's like people are gonna figure out about shit like that, and they're gonna be like, you know, friend of a friend.
The first thing, and how in the God's name is a freaking 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old getting a tattoo on her fucking finger? Who the hell is tattooing that?
Well, that's what I think. It's probably one of his friends, is what I'm thinking, because like
I would guess,
especially if they're from the same like, you know, tattoo artist, you brother. And
I mean, if anything, at least he's associating with young people, which is disgusting. He's too old to be associating with people like that. My sister dated a dude when he was 19 and she was 13. Ugh.
Oh my god.
I was just like, I mean, not to say I was 16 and I dated a 22, 23-year-old. And looking back now, I think, oh my effing god, that he's got problems, immaturity, big time. But I have to say, my sister, the one that's right below me, my mom even was okay with it, and I thought that was wrong, because I mean, she was so like a little girl. She even looked like a little girl, you know. She was just a very tiny young girl. Like, the girls nowadays aren't that tiny as my sister was, but this girl sounded like she was pretty tiny though.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can look at her statistics here. She was 5'3" and was
she was 5'2".
When she went missing, well, on her missing photo thing, it said 5'3", so I imagine it's like, give or take the family.
Said,
you know,
the coroner said she was 5'2". She was very slim, right?
Yeah, she weighed I think that says 120.
Oh well, that's not that slim, but yeah.
At the time of her going missing, though, that's what you gotta look at. Is at the time of her going missing, she was like this tall. Which, by the way, that can change. Oh my god! If you said she was really slim and she weighed 5'3", 120. Oh my god!
She was 5'2", the coroner said.
But the
parents were just guesstimating that she was 5'3".
Yeah, that's fair. But god, if she was like any thinner, like really really thin, that makes me afraid.
Well, my sister was the one that was dating the 19-year-old when she was 13. She weighed 98 pounds and she was 5'4". She was very tiny, very thin. No, maybe she was 5'3". She was very tiny, very thin, and this guy was like, I think 6 feet tall. It was just gross. And I remember thinking in my head, creepy gross.
Yeah.
Like, what 19-year-old is gonna date like a little scrawny 13-year-old, but somebody who's got some tendencies.
Yeah. A dark
just some
passenger.
tendencies to like young girls. And that is just the
Creepy.
Lolita shit it's so gross. It is so gross.
To note, there is a difference between Lolita and like lolly stuff right there. Lolita is just like the fashion genre. That's like
Dallin, my day and age, Lolita was a book. It was a professor who basically groomed a 12-year-old girl.
Oh jeez.
That's a book that was written in the 40s, I want to say, and then they had a movie that came out of it too. She wasn't that young in the movie. I think in the movie she was like 14 or 15, because I could not do a 12-year-old girl in real, in the movies. He made it look like where the girl basically seduced him.
That's creepy.
And that's how these guys are, though. They'll like be like, this girl seduced
Oh my
me.
god, it's such a love story, right?
And I'm sure she did. Yeah, I'm sure she did, because she doesn't know better. She's a little girl. It's like, whatever, people. It's so disgusting. But yeah. Anyway, I'm torn, because it sounds like he definitely had a relationship with her. I don't know if the timeline still is, to me, weird. But
you know what? I'm making the prediction now. This is all, you could say this is all hearsay. This is Not
Conjecture.
this is conjecture. You can't sue me. This is opinion,
It's
but
alleged.
alleged.
Allegedly.
But I think I'm on to him. My brain is my detective brain is tingling right here, and I think that I think that he did it. I'm going all in. I'm putting all my chips down. I think he did it.
I think that he might not have personally done it. I do think by looking at everything, he clearly had a relationship with her, but I am getting the sense that there's other people involved. There might be a triangle going on or something, but he either knows who did it or, like you said, did it, but I think that it's
He's
suspicious. It's sus that he didn't
yeah.
cancel his freaking tour when he clearly knew he knew the girl.
Best case scenario, he did some sort of like crime, by the way. Like I
he's
feel
done
like
something. He's involved or knows about something. It's nefarious. It's not good. It is not good at
yeah.
all.
I'm
I
on
think
to
it's
you.
really you have been since the very beginning. Since when we first did it last week, you're like, I think he did it.
Yeah, I'm like
I think
I'm like
and I was like,
think,
how stupid though could you be to leave your freaking body in your
criminals
car?
criminals are dumb though. Actually, while we were recording this, I just saw an article where this guy in Florida, he stabbed two women. They both lived, and he jumped into like the water to escape. He couldn't swim, and he drowned.
Oh my god.
People
panic,
can be
that's a
really
panic,
dumb.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying
Well,
is people can be
they just
very
panic
dumb.
and they don't think, and I mean,
Sometimes you make
it's just, at the end of the day though, I just want to say I feel so bad for her family. I'm so sad that this young girl got groomed by the industry, whoever it was, ran away from her family, she was still a child, and she's dead now. And I'm sorry, and I feel bad, and my condolences go out to her family that they have to endure this every time they're looking into who did this to her and hear videos like
yeah,
us
like
about it.
I saw the brother like on his social media was like, guys, please like stop messaging me about it. My sister is
Yeah,
dead.
and I mean, yeah, and I mean, and then they have to relive it every time they see a video like this. Do you know what I mean? Like us talking about it. But if he is the killer, I want him to be called out. And I want to talk
Yeah.
about this because this is disgusting. Not okay. Just so everybody, our listeners, know too, it's disgusting if you're a man or a woman, because it's happening a lot more, to be with a child or somebody under the consenting age. I think it's disgusting. You have something's wrong with your moral compass. You need some serious
Yeah,
mental
and
help.
also just like for a lot of the social media aspects of it, recently he did have he's done stuff for Invincible. He was gonna do something for the new Spider-Man movie that was gonna come out.
Oh, that's right. He did do
and,
Invincible.
and
Oh my god, I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah, that one, like one of the like where Mark's flying over like the city, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's one of his most popular songs. And also recently he just did this huge collab with Fortnite where he was doing like, oh, this is the official like anthem.
But they took him down.
Well, it was apparently, I discovered after the fact, it was actually just a glitch with the whole item shop as a whole, and they didn't mean to take him down. However, I'm thinking now maybe they should.
Well, Crocs was they just pulled working with him.
Oh wow, and also
I think that in one of the news.
I think for the Fortnite stuff they did with them, I think that they deserve to give every single player a refund if they want it. Because
totally, 100%.
Because if you bought something in game for like that, like his music or whatever, and it is digitally, it's so easy to give refunds on stuff. And this guy turns out to be a horrific person. I feel like you deserve a refund on that, especially if it's so recent too.
Yeah, and I just feel like that people really have gotten out of control with their grossness of I want to say like what's the word I'm trying to say? Like kinks. These weird kinks that people are getting that is
Degeneracy.
Just crossing lines. It really is just crossing lines that shouldn't be crossed.
I concur.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, these...
Just saying, I'm disappointed. But yeah, we're done, I guess. How long did we do this one? But
About 29 minutes, 30 minutes probably by the time we end. Really.
yeah, it's just sad. It's sad, but it's looking sauce.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll see in the end, and maybe have another update of what our predictions were of how involved he was in the murder. He clearly was involved with her, but how involved he was with the murder of her.
Yeah, how truly guilty this man is.
She could have done a drug overdose, and then somebody tried to get rid of her body.
You still cut a girl up into pieces. You have to like...
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's still where it's... What is it? There's some law about defacing a body.
Oh, what's it called?
It's still disgusting.
You're obstructing a crime scene minimum. That's a pretty heinous crime.
No, I think there's more to it too, but dismembering a body is also a crime in itself. It's a pretty hefty crime also. It's basically like you're aiding and abetting a murder. But
desecration or mutilation of human remains, concealment of death or evidence, improper disposal of human remains are three very like all three of those are each one of those individually are felonies. So like minimum,
yeah, well,
that's
of course
3 felonies.
They are. Yeah, of course they are. I mean, so yeah, either way. Well, for one, I think he had a relationship with her. Clearly, it's pointing that way. I shouldn't say clearly, but it is pointing that way. And then I'm thinking there was some kind of a love triangle. It is suspicious that he's gone and she was killed, so that makes me kind of question the time frame.
The time frame, but also I'm just gonna say, saying, "Oh, I'm on tour, guys. I'm on tour," is the perfect cover-up, because there is still also, the timeline can still match up for him to be anywhere.
Yeah, this is true. But then somebody would have to dismember it, and they'd have to find it like in the house. Maybe we'll find out.
My theory,
I mean, we'll find out. It wasn't done in the car.
This is my ultimate theory right here. Yeah, also, yeah, you were right. It wasn't done in the car. You could tell by the blood spatter, because otherwise there'd be blood everywhere.
No, they said it wasn't.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, is you would see it because there'd be blood spatter everywhere if they discovered it in the car. But my theory is that he traveled to California. They had some sort of altercation because of something that hasn't been revealed yet. And then what ends up happening is he kills her, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I killed her." Or like it could be intentional, or whatever
like
amount.
I said, she could have had a drug overdose. They don't know yet.
But I'm saying this is my theory. This is my ultimate theory here. And then he's like, "I gotta get going to tour or whatever. I don't got time for this." He takes he like gets one of his goons, like, because he's got a lot of guys, I imagine, and then he's like, dispose of the body. The dude is an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. Maybe he gets the wrong dude. I could see people being just stupid, right? Or it happens all the time. Criminals, even the smartest criminals, get caught for dumber stuff.
I just find it crazy that you would ever even put your gun in your own car.
And then
my opinion is that somebody else did it, and maybe they wanted to set him up. Like there's a love triangle going on. Let's all speculate the storyline. I'm speculating what the story could be. And I think she had a drug overdose, and they dismembered her.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I just think that it was an accident, and then they tried to get rid of the body.
Yeah.
Because they knew she was underage.
That I think if mine isn't true, I think that's the second best option. I personally think that he killed her and then like got one of his goons to clean up everything.
I like to think the best of people, but clearly somebody dismembering a freaking child and him having sex with the child. I shouldn't say that. Him being in a relationship with a younger.
We're running out of time here, but there's some text messages too between her and some of her friends that were also released, and it's pointing towards the fact that she talked about like intimacy with him, so it is likely that she did. But
sad. It's very sad. Anyway, that's all. We'll figure out. We'll have a couple more weeks when they find out.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks we'll give you guys this will probably be a trilogy when we figure out what happens. Does he get away? Does he flee the country? Do they catch him? Or is he actually, there's some hidden plot twist and there's actually some sinister murder?
Yeah. We might have another.
Maybe there's some evil killer out there that was making him sleep with that underage girl.
Oh, whatever.
Sarcasm, of course.
I know.
All right.
Anyways,
we'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.